The medicinal cannabis market is booming. How is Little Green Pharma seizing that opportunity?
I think part of our strategy at Little Green Pharma has been to focus on, firstly, the Australian market has been the core. But for the last 4 to 5 years, our focus has been on those emerging markets up inside the European Union. So there's the big fast-moving markets in Europe like Germany and the UK, and Little Green Pharma were one of the very first companies to have products inside those markets. But in addition to that, we're one of only a few, just a small handful of companies to deliver into markets like the French market, at the Italian market, in fact, the Danish market.
What happens when two of Australia's leading medicinal cannabis players combine?
It's exciting times, the news of the merger with Cannatrek and Little Green Pharma. We both have a very strong presence here in Australia, but our products sit really neatly together. Cannatrek have been one of the leaders in this industry for a number of years, as have Little Green Pharma, but they've had some really interesting products in this market that have dominated the medicinal cannabis landscape. We've announced the scheme implementation deed to the ASX, and the next stage for us is more process driven. So there's a number of court hearings, there's a shareholder vote coming up soon, and we're on track for a 1st of May merge date, which is really exciting. The net result of the merger will be Cannatrek shareholders holding 60.5% of the merged entity and Little Green Pharma shareholders with 39.5%. Cannatrek bring forward a very, very strong balance sheet that we bring 13 million in cash to the deal and a positive cash and EBITDA business, which will enable us to invest into that growth.
How does this deal accelerate Little Green Pharma's path to profitability?
The pro forma numbers for the deal based upon the FY25 numbers are significant when we look at the combined businesses. 112 million of top line revenue and 13 million of bottom line EBITDA. What we do know about the Cannatrek business is that has been an absolute focus and discipline for their business for a number of years. At Little Green Pharma, we have been quite focused on spending capital to access those opportunities in those growth markets. And then if we go a layer deeper and we look at even just the supply chain of what we're able to do, Little Green Pharma have one of Europe's largest cultivation facilities, just 2 hours from the German border. That represents a significant opportunity to capture more margin throughout that vertical supply chain.
In what ways does the proposed merger position LGP for a strong foothold in high-growth European markets?
We're well positioned in some of those early mover markets. Our advantage has actually been our understanding of how to submit these very technical dossiers that you need to for quasi-drug registration. The French market is one of the key markets. Little Green Pharma have been one of just a small group, 2 players currently inside a clinical trial or a trial run by the French government. That will roll into a medicinal market this year. And so the French market, 65 million people, yet to be a medical market. And so we've experienced what that growth could potentially look like. And we don't expect huge numbers in year 1, maybe even year 2, but we know the opportunity within that market. And obviously with the capital as a part of this merger, there's a significant opportunity to build our brand inside those fast mover markets in UK and Germany.
Sure sounds like it. All the best with the merger, Paul.